it should interrupt any stream that I have sitting there.
There we go.
Alright. Let me see if it picked it up. Alright, now we got something going on.
Yeah, I see your ugly mug. We're all right.
I know. Yeah, right? Okay. Dude, I have no idea what was going on. I don't know if the stream just didn't override the channel settings or what the hell was going on. Alright. So, here's the skinny. Let me see if I can pull it back up. This morning, Star Citizen is having all kinds of issues, and I happen to be one of those that's affected. So, if you notice, the 10,000 issues are being massively reported since the time stream should have began. Been trying for almost an hour to be able to get in, and it's non-stop, constant 10,000 sig issue. Okay? So, not much I can do there. And because, because that took place, I'm just going to go back to an oldie but a goodie, just kick back, relax, and visit with you guys in chat. So, hopefully y'all enjoy. This is an old-fashioned strategy game, Star Wars Empire at War, and I'm not even playing the new stuff. I'm not even playing the mods. This is, well, there is a mod that's running, but it's just one that kind of cleans up the graphics a little bit. So, Thomas, is you, and you were talking to War Medic. Yeah, so I ran into War Medic and Jelly last night on server. And, Chad, you'll never guess who else was on server.
Tomato or Ten Fortune?
Ten Fortune.
All right.
But he had no response to me calling out his bullshit. None whatsoever. Alright. So, time to hop back in here and resume what we got going on. So, this is an old strategy game, been out for many years. So, it's kind of one of those that I like to just get into and have a little bit of fun.
Constructing.
Yeah, I was actually online this morning.
It was up until about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yep.
And that's when things started to kind of go a little stupid. Let's see, so I need to break you out on your own, pull you guys together. Leave Miss Mon Mothma sitting there.
Construction complete.
And now we can start pulling a few things.
Vehicle in production.
So, guys, again, this is one of my favorite old-time games. So, hopefully, it's not Rebel Galaxies, it's Empires at War, Shylock.
At your command.
Again, I probably need to put a banner up or something that scrolls across the screen saying Star Citizen is down, but it is what it is. So, that's kind of interesting because normally I should be able to just kind of spy. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, I'm going to have to bring in a good fleet. A couple little guys ain't going to cut it here.
At your command.
Yeah, so I'm playing the first one, Shylock. I'm not even playing the old one, or the newest one. So, Forces of Corruption. I really enjoy the game, but again, this is something that I play just kind of off to the side. As a strategy, it's just trying to be able to set up what I can do. Let's see, so let's go that, let's go that. Let's get ourselves a couple other facilities running.
Beginning construction.
Try and maximize what we can maximize out here. So yeah, and that's one of my favorite things is I will, most of the time, I will simulate ground combat, but I will do almost all of the air combat. The Jedi in this thing are just so over the top when you actually start getting them that you can pretty much bring a Jedi in and take care of almost anything that you want to take care of. So we've got a lot of stuff that's sitting out here And I know that this is a galactic conquest, but I'm really just going to establish my foothold here in the corner. My strategy is I don't care what happens to, generally speaking, to the rest of the galaxy. I really only care about what's going to be happening over here, because then it allows me to expand pretty quick.
Construction complete.
Alright, so looks like we are about to get the rest of our Nebulons. Let's go ahead and give ourselves at least one assault frigate.
Building started. Building under construction.
I'm just putting together a nice little fleet in order to be able to push back. I'm not too worried about the time clicking off here. Now, one of the things that I really like that's in here is they have like a movie setting when things are running. So it's that one's kind of cool.
Construction complete. Vehicle in production.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pull some of these forces back. Again, I don't mind abandoning some of this.
Coordinates received.
Construction complete.
That way I can set up a little bit of a picket line here. Because we're going to branch pretty damn quick.
Construction
So
complete.
over here, let's go ahead and give
Vehicle
ourselves
in
a couple of
production.
extra ships to
Unit
work
in
with.
production.
Alright, and who do we want to hold over here? I think it's Moncal is probably who we want to hold. Can't pull from there. However, Yavin is going to be pretty damn important here pretty quick too.
We're heading out.
Not too worried about the rest of this stuff. We can go ahead and concede those.
Moving to coordinates. Nebulon B frigate here. Moving out.
Construction complete.
Alright. I think we're set up in a position that will actually be defensible at this point in time. So,
At your command.
let's see. So Jelly, yeah, I had that happen the other night. Picking up prisoners, set the crews, jump to coin,
Squadron
and
reporting.
damn, dude, I'm sorry. That
At your command.
sucks, Chad.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, had an 8.5-hour jail sentence. Spent a lot of time busting out of jail.
It is what it is,
Squadron reporting. At your command.
It's a pain, is what it is.
right?
Then you still got to hack.
Unit in production.
So we're gonna go ahead and fast forward a little bit, get these fighters kicked
Squadron
off.
reporting. Squadron reporting. Squadron reporting.
Probably should be building some ground troops too.
Enlisting soldiers.
Squadron reporting.
Alright, so we will leave you with a single squadron protection.
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright, so space battle time. One of my favorite parts of the entire game here. Now, in the later versions of this, man, there are a whole bunch more commands that you can do, and a lot more
Larger force.
functionality that you can have.
Use tactics
So,
to your
let's
advantage.
see.
If
Let's
we lose,
grab
we're
all of our
taking
fighters.
position. We're going in.
Y-wing squadron reporting. I
Send
should
all
be
of our
there any moment
bombers. Let's get our picket line set.
Locked and ready. Frigate reporting. Nebulon B frigate here.
Reporting, Commander. Moving ahead.
What's on your mind?
And we will send you with the fighter squadron.
Easier than the Kessel Run.
Alright,
Standing by.
Orders, sir?
now let's see what we got to work with. It's not going to show us. Fine. Guess what?
Got something you need?
I got fighters.
Got it. Fly casual. Keep your eyes open for those fighters. Path blaster will trail.
And we will send you guys on the exact same
Adjusting
course. Let's send
Weapons
y'all
online.
halfway
Coordinates received.
and bring our bombers just on the outside wing here. Now the fun thing about this one is you can play this head to head, actually, and it's pretty cheap on Steam. All right. Oh crap! Wrong one. Tried to go a little too quick there. Let's get you guys just all focused in. Rip through. Now we're going to pull you back. It should have died.
Reporting in. On the move. Receiving your transmission. Target confirmed.
Alright, so we will go ahead and do a weaken enemy right there. Alright, this Windows mode is killing me.
How may I assist? I'll take care of it.
Well, if you want to keep full string, I'll keep working on RSI and I'll let you know.
Weapons armed.
That way you can do what you're doing.
Alright.
Reporting,
All
Commander.
the fighters continue to verge. Let's rack you down. Okay, we're kind of getting overwhelmed here. So we're going to pull our... We're going to go ahead and pull our caps in.
Take out the missile launcher.
Standing by.
Send all fighters after this guy is set. Alright, I'm going to have to take it off Windows mode here in a minute because this is just going to continue to rake through here. Boy, he's got a ton of fighter support.
Target confirmed. I'll take care of it. Weapons armed.
Let's get rid of some of his little anti-fighter support ships. He had a much better fleet than what was actually showing. That's kind of interesting. We may have to pull back. Not too happy about all that.
Receiving your transmission.
Yeah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and retreat from this one. That is weird. Did not have that kind of fighter support sitting here. I was sad. I was sad. I fucked that one up badly.
Reporting.
But okay. That just means that we're just a little behind the power curve.
Building under construction.
Squadron reporting. Reporting.
They get you with that cloaking device.
Well, no. What ended up happening is that when I send C-3PO, he's supposed to be a spy, right? And it came back in and was telling me that his fleet was not near what he actually had. So, um, yeah, not too happy about seeing that.
You always trust R2D2, not C.
See, yeah, but R2's with him, so that should have happened.
Reporting.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead
Constructing
and
unit.
spam my Carillion Corvette fleet. And go ahead and get me a good size force together, because I have to have that secured before I can move on. Unfortunately, it's just part of the
At your command.
strategy.
Construction
At
complete.
your command.
Constructing unit.
At your
Vehicle
command.
in production.
At your command.
Which means his ground forces are probably going to be ridiculously stupid too. And the fact that we lost Han Solo right off the bat, that was crappy. He'll be back. So your heroes respawn. It just takes them a while.
Imminent.
Alright, so we got Admiral Piet. He's coming in. This is going to be 8 and 2. This is a place that we pulled out of, so I'm just going to go ahead and auto-resolve that. I know it's going to be a loss.
System lost.
Alright.
Unit in production.
At your command. At your command.
So we will bring in overwhelming force.
At your command.
Constructing unit.
Millennium Falcon is at your
That's how you fight
At your
this.
command. At your command.
Constructing unit.
Especially when the pirates are just being ridiculous.
Nebulon B frigate
Constructing
here.
unit.
Nebulon B frigate here.
Alright, so if this can't get the job done, I don't know what to say.
Unit in production.
Nebulon B frigate here. Nebulon B frigate here. We can do that.
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright, let's get rolling. Now, let's see what happens. That's a little bit of a cheater force.
With a larger force doesn't always guarantee victory. Use tactics to your advantage and remove the defending position.
Well, the last time we tried to use tactics, you lied to me about what we had available to us.
Taking out the bad guys. Stay on target. Try not to let one on your tail.
Yeah, Chad, are you having any luck trying to get in, Star?
Nope, I'm still working at it here and there, every couple minutes.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on the website and stuff, so do your thing.
Last night they had completed all their maintenance except for the long-term persistence, which they said was diminished. So I was kind of like, alright, you know.
Well, and they said they were going to start it again about 8:30 our time this morning, and it shows most of it's complete, but yeah.
Building started.
Loud and clear.
Give myself a fallback point where we can have an additional weapon turret or platform to us.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, because it was interesting. I jumped out
Construction complete.
to Besdick and Lathan, and they were selling titanium at Besdick for $710.
Really?
But so I loaded up a ship. I went to Lathan, same thing. Loaded up a ship just to check prices of both. Laranite was a little high. It was like $27.80. But when I got it to Lorville, I could not sell the Laranite.
So, Zano, welcome, good morning. And yeah, this is not Star Citizen. We had an issue, and we have an issue going on right now with Star Citizen where we can't get in. So I'm playing some old Empires at War. It's an old Star Wars strategy game. And right now some pirates are pissing me off, so I'm just bringing in a massive, overwhelming force to see if we can just rack them down.
Alright, copy.
Matter of fact, let's come in from the side here. Let's rip through their fighter support. Should go down pretty quickly. Alright. Go ahead and put up a laser cannon there. Another one there. I guess it's not so easy for them to win when you're facing off with a whole crap ton of ships, right? Now it's time to take out his hangar so he can't reinforce some stuff. So this is pretty much a done deal. This is over for him. He has no defense force, and once I take this planet, this will be pretty straightforward and simple. Alright, so that's the quick and dirty of it. Whenever you're early in the game and you mess up a fight, make yourself a bunch of freaking Carillion corvettes. It's ridiculous how much firepower that everything can put out when you have a bunch of them like that. Alright, so we need to separate Mon Mothma from our ground forces here. And take the rest of them. And we will combine a very small subfleet. And there we go. That should be more than enough
Invasion commencing.
to be able to take that out. Alright, so once we have the planet, now I'm going to go ahead and move my defense force back up. Bring some stuff back up here.
Adjusting navigation.
And we're going to lock off our next spot. To ram Xano anytime I see him. Yeah, I like that, Chad.
Building under construction.
He did send me a pretty picture.
He did? Alright. What did he send you?
The golden cat.
Beginning
It
construction.
actually is a pretty nice little setup.
He did a very, very good job with it. I was very impressed. Alright, so we've unlocked the B-Wing, which
Construction
right
complete.
now, it's not what I'm going for. Let's see, so
Construction complete. Constructing unit.
let's go ahead and get ourselves a few more of these. Find out what we're dealing with here. So we are dealing with another pretty good sizable fleet. Alright. Make a belly landing cat? Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I fully deserve that one, Anderson. I really do.
At your command.
Construction complete. Recruiting soldiers.
want to do is move Mon Mothma back here. And this way,
Beginning construction.
we have a couple of ship factories that just sit back in the back.
Construction complete.
Ready for combat.
Yeah, I didn't realize he sent it to me till this morning.
Oh yeah, he sent an IM the other day, and it was I absolutely loved it. That's why I said, you know, do you mind if I steal it, turn it into a sticker or something along those lines? And I just have to knock that out today, because it's a fantastic
Construction
artwork.
complete.
Ready for combat. Nebulon B frigate here.
Alright, so what do we got? We should have a good sizable force ready to go ahead and move on into there.
Tactical battle imminent.
I can't wait until I'm able to actually get a hold of some of my other ships, like the Mon Cals and a few other things like that. Right now, having to run a whole lot of basic stuff.
We're counting on you to remove all enemy forces protecting the planet to allow our ground forces through.
Let's see. I love the shipyards here. Some of the, you know, they have a few little details that are put into the game that were really nice.
There they are.
Alright, so let's take it at a fast forward.
Got it. Fly casual. We can do that.
Oh, they've got concussion missile launchers firing off. Alright. That ain't cute.
Nav blaster will travel.
Let's get some torpedoes launching, and you'll just watch him roll. His Y-wings are decimating stuff.
Taking out the net.
So yeah, this is why I enjoy this game. It's just, again, just a little basic strategy. You don't have to go too over the top with it. Enemy can be a little overwhelming at times. But it's a fun little thing if you just want some time to play something a little different. Now let's go to cinematic mode. So Red Dragon, why should I change it? The reality is it does say that Star Citizen is down. Let's play some Empires at War. Oh, dude, Jelly, when you get into like the other modes, like the Forces of Corruption, where they've done a whole massive cleanup on the fleet itself, the fleet icons, and the images here, the graphics are fantastic. Oh, okay. Very, very fair. Let me do that. Let's go to there. Edit stream info, and we will drop the Star Citizen tag. Done.
Enemy
There we go. Sorry. Good catch, Red Dragon. Didn't see that it was still tagged as Star Citizen.
Ready for combat.
So we'll just go ahead and drop that back off. Alright. So again, here we should have
Construction complete.
a whole another set of individuals. Let's go ahead and give them
Training.
a commander.
Training.
Fleet commander and a regular standard. Let's go ahead and get rid of the fleet guy.
Training soldiers. Enlisting troops.
Reporting.
Supposedly operational, but the persistent universe is showing degraded performance. Yeah. So what I'm really concerned with, and we'll find out when everything comes back up, is if they're going to have to do any type of database wipes. That would suck.
Reporting.
That would definitely suck.
Reporting.
All right, let's fast forward through getting all these guys together.
Awaiting your orders. Reporting. Reporting. Reporting.
Alright, we should have more than plenty troops to be able to handle everything we need to handle now.
Moving into position.
Send you guys,
Course
guys, and drop you in. Auto-resolve. We should take the ground. Like I said, I hate the ground on this one.
Easier than the Kessel.
Chad, you jumping in and out of chat?
Yeah, I was I seem to have lost voice there for a minute, so
Beginning construction. Constructing.
No worries.
Beginning construction.
Alright, so we're gonna send them there, get that squared away. So once we have this little corner squared away in the world, which again, that's gonna be a little bit of a tougher fight. I'm okay with that. Shouldn't be zooming. Okay, what can we do?
Building under construction. Constructing unit. Constructing unit.
Give ourselves a little bit of a upgrade to our fleet here with some
Constructing.
Nebulons. Yeah, Jelly, that would be one of the things that I'm really concerned about is exactly what kind of things happen within the verse right now. Last time they had these database issues, if I remember correctly, was just after 3.9 went live. And it was like, one day I had everything, the next day I had zip. I had nothing. And that was one of the ones that really kind of was annoying. But
well, when I woke up,
that was the time that you joined, so we just took it as an opportunity and ground out from scratch.
well, when it let me out of prison this morning, all I had was
Construction complete.
my chest piece.
Frigate here.
My weapons and armor were gone.
Construction complete.
What about your ships?
My ships were there.
Good.
All my ships were there.
Good, good, good.
Construction complete.
I think it bugged letting me out because I got caught up on the forever loading screen at Everest and had to close it out. So when it woke me back,
Vehicle in production.
Not a problem.
Construction complete.
So, Shylock, there are different levels of what they have to do. So there are times where no, it leaves you with some of your stuff. There's times when it leaves you with some of your money, if not all of your money. There's times when it leaves you with some of your equipment on your ships. And it's just different levels of what they have to fix when they have to fix it. And sometimes it just sucks. Sometimes you're one of those people that gets affected and you are reset back to like your initial starting account. So now we're sitting on some good nebulons.
Right away.
So let's go ahead and force our way over here and get this location knocked down. So yeah, like I said, this game to me is just fun. It's a little bit of an entertainment, kind of just do something, kind of goof around. Doesn't make me get my motion sickness all triggered up. So, but other than that, how's everybody else's days going today?
Destroying key elements of the enemy's forces is an optimal tactic. Try to separate the
So I have
defending units.
quite a bit in reserve there, which is great.
Oh yeah. Watch this.
See if we can go ahead and bring our fleet back up. And what's funny is if you bring capital ships into the asteroids, they start taking damage. But some of these smaller ships can just navigate right on through without any issue. Alright, so time to wipe a fleet. I promise you, when we start seeing Imperial Star Destroyers, this gets much harder. Yeah, isn't that usually the way it goes, War Medic? So you never really, I know you said that you had made a bunch of money even though you had that one pirate knock you down. How did you end up for the day? Go ahead and go into cinematic mode here. This is pretty much just going to be a rout of his. Let's get rid of the shields. It's pretty sad when those bombers just start coming in, taking stuff down. It just was a whole lot of firepower there. I like that. My wife would probably like that statement as well. Is more time to do the real life chore list. Xano, I did play them. I played them way back in the day, and I did enjoy them. They were good. I do enjoy the sims, the flight sims, and stuff like that. So, yeah, absolutely, I have played them. I also played the TIE Fighters series as well.
We are victorious.
And then the Star Wars Battlegrounds, stuff like that. I've also been through Battlefront, so I'm just a huge Star Wars fan. few astatine runs, a bunch of diamond runs before being killed by a retaliator. Hey, they ain't no shame to be being killed by a retaliator, because those fuckers aren't playing around. They're pretty potent.
Invasion commencing.
Alright, so we've got that one. Let's go ahead and bolster our front line again. Let's see what we have here that we're going to have to work with.
Constructing. Constructing. Training soldiers.
Let's go ahead,
Recruiting.
get ourselves a little bit more of a sizable force here,
Reporting.
right?
Building under construction.
Continue to upgrade our
Vehicle in
fleet.
production.
Nebulon B frigate here. Ready for combat.
Construction complete.
Reporting.
Well, I'm glad, dude. I mean, I'm glad we could get you back trading again, at least on the upper tier stuff, because
Reporting.
you
Nebulon
can make
B
some
frigate
pretty
here.
decent cash doing it. Alright, it is just about time for us to go ahead and start hitting some of these Empire garrisons. Take down this one and this one, and we should be good here. So let's go ahead and have Hoth.
Nebulon B frigate here. Ready
Yeah, I
for
think the
combat.
way it keeps hanging up and the launcher keeps shutting my Discord vocals down.
Yeah, it's a problem that everybody's having right now. It's probably going to take them a few hours to satisfy it and get it knocked out.
Go on, Chewie.
Construction
Ready
complete.
for combat. At your command.
Tactical battle imminent.
Hey, Jabba doesn't like waiting either.
A larger force doesn't always guarantee victory. Use tactics to your advantage and remove the defending position.
Zoom out. Come on. You can do it. I know you can do it. Doesn't want to zoom out. Interesting. Alright.
The enemy has been spotted.
So, Jelly, you have been very lucky if that truly is the case. So those Nebulons rake in from long range.
That's because Jelly's running around with a prowler.
They're probably afraid of what he'd be able to do to them. Continue our push in here. Oh boy, I made a mistake by trying to run a picket line right there.
Yeah, I was chasing a bounty one day, Jelly, and realized he was a prowler. Said, "What the hell? I'll give it a shot." Ran out all my missiles. He didn't get me. I didn't get him. I ended up having to run. I just couldn't do enough damage to that thing. Not my cutty. Plus, I was still running all energy weapons. I needed to throw down with some ballistics to get through the shields.
See if we cut off his reinforcements. Chad, you see Zano's question?
Yeah, and I don't have a whole lot of experience with multiple ships. I have my cutty, and I've tricked it out pretty good. But you know, there's just a lot of ships that are kind of above its weight class. It's fun to fly. I haven't gotten any bigger ones for it. I've been trying to debate on what the next one. I want to get to a heavy fighter. I'm trying to figure out which one. I want something that'll go out there and be able to at least take on and have a shot at any ship 1v1.
Yeah, it really comes down to what your flight style is. If you want something very, very nimble, if you want something just a missile boat, it just, again, it all kind of really depends on what your styles are.
Well, and the Valkyrie is nice, Xano. I'll get to Jelly in a second. The Valkyrie's nice, Xano. The problem is if you can't crew it out, it's just, you got... Jelly. You just got the two guns on the front. If you can crew it out, the Valkyrie is definitely... I have one.
Construction complete.
But I was looking at the Vanguards, and they got the multiple ones, Jelly. Trying to figure out which one is, better one.
I think it's
Oh,
Go ahead.
if I could run AI turret men on my on my Valk, I'd have all sorts of fun.
We can do that.
It's time to take back Endor. And who do we have here? So we definitely will be facing a Imperial Star Destroyer.
I know.
We're advancing on the
But on the other side, if we get AI
threat
turrets,
must be eliminated before we can liberate the planet.
it'll be about time to go grab a hammerhead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I think we could probably do a whole lot of damage with the Valkyrie as well, if we got everything.
Oh yeah,
lined
it's
up.
got so many guns. Yeah, Jelly, thanks for that clarification. That did help my decision process wonderfully.
And the Vanguard people don't know which one is best. Thank you for adding to my indecision.
All right, Chewie, let's get out of here.
I do want to crew up my Valkyrie and just go have some fun.
Alright.
It's fun to fly, I'll tell you that.
Back me up here, Chewie.
Alright, so this one's gonna be a little bit more difficult just simply because we have to chew through a bunch of stuff as we're doing it.
It is a tank of a ship. When I go out anywhere, and I've just got the stock shields, and it's just doesn't take that much damage.
Gotta get this Star Destroyer off the map here, or it'll wipe us clean. So he's already popping down a few ships. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably just end up saving this campaign. Just anytime Star Citizen is down, just kind of pick it back up at random. There we go. Alright, now let's see what we can do about getting this. We got a second Star Destroyer that came in. That ain't cool. I ain't happy with that. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves back in a bunch of extra firepower. With what we can, at least.
Frequency open. Destroy the shield generator. All out. Let's move out. Let's go. Forward expertise. Moving to destination. Engines down.
Ah! Yep. Empire's chewing me up a little bit here. Let's get rid of this other Lancer frigate. He's chewing up my fighters, and my fighter support really helps a lot.
Yep, I'm loading in now. I was
You are?
waiting to see if I got it before. I was
Okay.
waiting to see if I got all the way in before I announced it, but I've actually got to the hand select screen and doing the load.
Okay.
Let's see what punks are taking everything I own away from me.
Let me know, because if we are able to get in, then I will drop this stuff down and get us back over into Star Citizen really quickly.
Yep. Here's the praying that if they wipe, they at least wipe me to before Sunday morning when I lost a 2.1 mil.
Highly doubtful.
No, it never works in our favor like that.
Right? Trying to focus fire. Because we're actually losing ships pretty quickly here. Alright, let's focus some of this stuff down. Let's get that hangar gone. So he can't reinforce. They've got way too many fighters. This may just actually have ended up just being a suicide mission. So, it'll be a good time for you to tell me that Star Citizen is running.
Well, I'm still loading in. It looks like it's trying to swap me to a server when I hit the tilde.
Yeah, they're just bringing in fighter swarm after fighter swarm after fighter swarm. I ain't gonna make this one. Because the sad fact is they pretty much took out my entire damn fleet. Just because of 2 damn Star Destroyers. 2 Star Destroyers took down most of my fleet. That is horrible.
I am in game.
Alright. Good to know. Let's kill that. Alright. I am probably going to have to turn that one off. Let me turn that one off. Sorry guys. Gonna have to shut some stuff down here. Close window, and I will be shutting down Discord while I log in. Exit and quit Discord. Let's see if we can get it to work. It's considered complete in another 2 hours. Game may be very unstable, but that's nothing new. Yeah, you're right, Shylock. That is absolutely nothing new. Now, Chad, I didn't tell you, I picked up the 3rd Caterpillar last night. I guess it would help if I was in Discord when I made that statement. Anyway, just see. Just for you. Yeah, I could go ahead and put that back in, but I don't think I'm going to. Not for right now. Let's see. You can see people logging in left and right, see what they can do. Now we should be able to get back into Discord. There we go, Chad. Let's see.
Well, if you want, I can back out.
Yeah, I can't. It doesn't seem. Oh, hold on. Let me try. It's now telling me join friends, so let's see if I'm lucky enough. There it goes. I'm lucky. I was able to get in.
Sweet.
Alright, so channel. What can we do? Quick actions, edit. Let's go back to Star Citizen and done. Now let's jump back over here into stream. Channel, there we go. Now I can see stuff. I'm going to let this finish loading and then I'm going to bring my chat window back up, my consolidated chat window back up, guys. And we'll keep it simple because, you know, really only have about 45 minutes, but I don't want to bring up voice attack and all the other stuff. Come on, let me see it. And there we go. Now I have a consolidated chat, so I can see everybody's stuff. Alright, so now I feel complete again for the day. I feel whole. I'm in this verse. I'm ready for some more punishment. Let's see what they did to me. Alright, so I kept my money.
And if I go into ship select scene, all my ships are still here.
Okay. Let's see here. All of mine are still
And I'm
there.
gonna go see if I can sell that later night.
Okay, all of mine are still there as well. So, oh, and I got keep my armor. I think I was fortunate.
Yeah, I think my armor loss was due to the hang up at Everest.
Now, I will tell you though, I started experiencing problems with my Titan again.
Yeah? What kind of problems?
Like it won't let me touch it. It won't let me pull it out. It won't let me claim it. Nothing. Still shows as ship listed, but can't do anything to it. And that's one of my favorite little ships whenever I need to just go cross galaxy.
I feel kind of bad. These guys in global chat complain about losing 50K to autopilot. In global.
Well, Chad, I'm just going to tell you, not many people have been as fortunate as you and I trying to be able to get this stuff built up and running trades and whatnot. So, sometimes when they're losing 50K, that's because that's all they had in the bank. And that, you know, that sucks. Not making that train. Yeah, but Jelly, I don't know if I'm really want to go through a full character reset just over my Avenger. It's not too much of a big issue for me. I always have a freelancer right now in order to be able to work. I don't use it for much else other than as a ferry, and that's it. So, Shylock, yeah, it is one of those where if you're diligent early on, okay, and you legitimately say, I am never going to risk more than half of my funds, and you're just diligently doing that, and you just treat the grind like a grind and run through it, you're never going to feel like you're in a position where you're, I won't say never, but for a vast majority of the time, you won't feel like you're in a position where you are behind the curve and that you're desperate to get stuff done. Okay? But if you are like most people where they make their mistake and they just start loading 100% of their funds into a ship, you're going to find yourself struggling for a very long time to get ahead of the curve. I did it for about 2 months before I figured out, you know what? Let me just hold my half of my money in reserve. And as soon as I did that, I started noticing that I was climbing ahead a lot quicker. Now, what I will tell you though is whatever funds you have and you do half, whatever profit you make, go ahead and reinvest the entire profit back into the cargo hold. Because at least you still have a reserve sitting to the side that you know that you can pick back up on. So that's one of the reasons why I don't tell new pilots take 10, 15K and use all 10 or 15K with your freelancer and go pick up Laranite. That doesn't do you any damn good because you're gonna DC, and one DC is catastrophic. So out of 5 trips, you can guarantee that you're probably going to DC at least once.
Well, my ships are showing I have like 21 SCU of Laranite on the left-hand side of the terminal, but it does not pull them up to sell.
Really?
About 57K worth.
Oh,
I,
maybe you're in that position where maybe your cat's about to turn into the golden cat.
I don't know. I'm gonna go grab one flout, see if I can load it up.
So it's got to be in 5.
Well, that's not a bad Shylock. If you had 10K and you're up to 23 with only 3 hours, even dealing with stuff, what you can do as well is like, there's plenty of people that'll hire you out as a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mike and I both have 2 cats, and we never have a problem with someone coming in and running our cats, just as a pilot. And we put up the funds and everything and pay a percentage of the profit.
So, Chad, I didn't have Discord up and running when I was saying it earlier as I was loading into the game. I went yesterday and picked up my 3rd.
Did you?
Yes,
Fantastic.
I did. As soon as I saw that that everything was up and live and everything was good, with the exception of degraded performance on the persistence, I had a feeling that we would be okay to pick up additional large-scale ships. So, yeah, under the right circumstances, right now I did a single, 3-set run the other night. That's when Jelly and War Medic were on. We were all on the same server, and they weren't acting as pilots for me, but I just went ahead and took each one out and came back, and I think that was worth, I want to say, $250,000 just goofing around at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, War Medic, after you drop your diamond run off at Loreville, what do you pick up to run back? And of course, when it respawned me, I was dehydrated. So I've committed suicide now, waiting on the forever load back into Lorville.
So I guess tomorrow we'll pick back up with our basics of trading. We'll pull the freelancer back out, run back out to Area 18, or not Area 18, but Arcor, and explore some of the other locations to see what they have available for us. Finish up that zone before we move on to another one.
Yeah, I got you.
Was really the intention this morning, but when CIG decided that, you know, they were going to tell everybody to piss off and that you can't get into the game, that I was like, all right.
Okay, War Medic, nice.
So if you're in a position, War, where you're not getting a whole bunch of astatine, Chad has a secondary option for you that's still within the Hurston area. That will turn an okay profit.
Well,
So,
I guess the first question is, when are you able to normally fill up with astatine? And what size ship are you running?
I think he has a cat, dude.
Is he running a cat?
I think War's running a cat.
Well, of course, I'm speaking on Discord, so I got to give it a sec for it to catch up on Twitch.
Alright, I gotta run a micro jump somewhere. Yeah, see, the thing is he may be in and he may be flying at the same time right now, so it takes a second.
Okay, I got you. So, in my opinion, hydrogen, the margin is just so awful. I mean, it's cheap, it's safe, and and it's better than nothing. If you go to Aberdeen and Hurston and to HDMS Anderson, it's not cheap. It'll cost you about just over 300K, but you can fill up with gold, take it back and sell it at Port O, and you will make close to 56K on that run. So if I'm doing that run you're talking about, I will jump to Aberdeen Anderson, pick up gold, take it to PO, make my 50K, jump over to Tram, pick up my diamond, take it back to Lorville, and then make the 83, 84K off that. So it's a, if you're having trouble getting astatine, I would even just pick up scrap at Lorville to save time. You'll make 28K and take it back to PO. I like to make a quick jump over to Anderson because it's twice the profit, but it's about 4 times the risk as scrap.
So it definitely does work. It's one of those where you always are set in a situation where, let's say you go over to Ida and you can only pick up so much astatine. Well, the reality is that it takes another 2 or 3 minutes to jump over to Aberdeen and fill the rest of it up with gold, because all of that commodity still sells over at Port Olisar. So that extra 2 or 3 minutes might be worth the valuation of doing that. But again, you are going to be accepting quite a bit of risk just because of the fact that you are loading up again at that 300 plus K mark in total. But
And Mike likes to try to play the game with where he bounces around and fills thing up. I get very nervous about that, and it worked. Real nervous for that because every time I do that, I swear I get 30K. So I like the ones where I'm guaranteed to fill up. So I'm either jumping over to Besdick and Lathan if titanium prices are good. That way I know I can load titanium up on top of my Laranite. And I always have the chance of getting a good ship full of Laranite or close to it. Or I just go back to gold and diamond.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own. Each person has to accept whatever risk that they want to accept. And you know, I mean, again, you'll see like right here. I'm just doing something quick, right? I'm running into Latham. I'm gonna go ahead and grab what I can grab, and probably head back and park this sucker. So with the multiple cats or the multiple cargo ships, that is a very viable option that a lot of people don't exploit. Is running in, grabbing a ship, flying out, running back in, grabbing a ship, and then doing all of your sales at one time. All right, so War Medic, if you're running into that situation where the commodities are not even showing, then you're having some server desync issues. What you need to do is run out to your Caterpillar, go back into it to where it resets to the Caterpillar's audio channel, then go back into Tram and Myers, okay, and then check the station itself and see if it's available. Since there's no Bob there, right? You can't talk to him to make sure everything's synchronized. But what you can do is go in and out of your Caterpillar until your local channel synchronizes with the station itself. It takes an extra couple minutes, but it does tend to work.
I had that problem at Lathan this morning before they shut everything down. It just would not let me pick anything up.
And it's highly possible that maybe, you know, the commodity issues and everything going on right now might be related to the way that the servers and the network and the database are, and that's probably why you weren't able to sell your, what looked to be like your Laranite sitting on your ship.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking, because it was about the time that everything went down that I was trying to sell. And like the problem with Lathan this morning, there was someone else there trying to trade this morning too when I was there, and he was having the exact same issue I was having. So
Right.
we tried Bob. We both tried Bob, running in and out of the ship. Finally, I took off to Besdick, went over there and loaded up.
Alright. So, like, the first thing I check, and War Medic, please watch. When I first come in, if there's a location where there's a Bob standing there, make sure that he's here by the front and not standing back here by this yellow dashed line, okay? Next, the first thing that you can do to kind of make sure that you're synchronized with the whole area is try and talk to him, okay? Because then again, that's getting you interacting with the physical location, and the physical location is going to sync to you. Okay? Once you're able to do that, then walk over to your terminal, and again, call it OCD, but I like to click the sell and the buy, and now look at my Caterpillar, and at that point, most of the time, I'm synchronized to the location, and I can get a hold of anything that I want to get a hold of. Chad, do you know what the sale price was on Laranite, by the way?
I do not, because when I went there, it was showing me in red the same price I purchased it for.
Fuck it, we're taking
It was like
this.
So,
Lathan,
holy shnikes.
Lathan just showed me a 560 Laranite total, and it took it,
Well,
1.4.
Well, I think that's because no one was able to purchase it this morning. So, once again, you're the lucky asshole.
I haven't made it back yet, dude.
Well, you committed to it. I don't wish you any ill will just because you're an asshole.
Alright.
I go to Lathan this morning, can't buy anything.
Don't do it. Don't say it.
Now I can't get back in server.
Oh, shit.
Well, it's server full. I could go in. I just
Okay.
wouldn't be able to get in with you. I think I'm just gonna jump in a server, considering you're off in 30 minutes anyway.
Not a problem, dude.
That way, at least maybe I can take advantage real quick. Asshole.
Well, it's not like I could hide the scenario, dude. That's why I was looking at checking. I was like, what the fuck? Uh. Oh, I'm moving as quick as I possibly can here. All I want to see is atmosphere so I can make my jumps. Hey, but you know what? The reality is I'm willing to accept the risk. So if I can get a full Laranite run, I will damn sure take the full Laranite run. But I mean, there's going to come a point in time where I don't have the funds in order to be able to do it, and I won't take that risk. But for right now, this has been a stream goal, is to be on stream and be able to take a full run. Still not going to let me do it. I have to make a micro jump. Okay, fine. Make one towards Ida. Depending on what the resale value is, it could be on upwards of 280k, Shylock. I'll tell you, because as soon as we get there, if we get there, let's just put it that way. If we get there, it was 1.4 million even on purchase. Hey X, how you doing today, buddy?
What price did it say you bought it for?
It was like 24 and some change. It was ridiculously low.
Yeah, because earlier it was $28 and some change. So you stand to make, if it's selling for 31 even, which it's usually around 30 or it's 31 or a hair above. If you sell it for 31 even, you stand to make about 334k.
Yep, so it may be a scenario where I go over to the trade terminal, and if the price for sale is low, then I'll just freaking hold it on the cat. You know?
Hey X, were you able to get the Helix head? Okay, good. Well, you said you spent all your money on the Prospector. I want to make sure you had the Helix head.
Alright, come on, girl. I want to see you on the ground. Well, 200k is not bad to have left over after all that's said and done. I mean, you're at a very good point where it's a launching off point in the game. If you've got a Prospector with a Helix head and 200k left over, you probably, play 5-6 hours and you'll be sitting in that 500k mark. And, a lot of things open back up to you around that world, or around that point. Yeah.
Nice, Robert.
You can do it. And it's a bit of a grind, Robert, but that's very, very nice. There is some luck to it. you know, X, when you're doing that, there is some luck to it. There's some places that are really really good and they have a bunch of rocks, but it kind of, you know, slows you down. And then there's some places where you come in and when you find a rock, it takes a while to find it, but when you find it, you usually find something good. You guys saw that on stream the other day where it was like, you know, I dropped in at one location and found uh, a laranite and a grecium rock, and then I dropped in at another location and found quantanium rock that had good percentages. It is what it is.
Terranite's a nice one too.
And then there's times when you're just flying around for an hour and all you can find is diamond and miscellaneous little stuff.
You have the link to that page that we were using because it gave you a good
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
good choice on percentages, because there was a couple I wasn't aware of, like the Terranite as opposed to the Laranite, and one other I can never remember. I always have to pull the reference
Exolite.
page up.
Bexolite, Hephaestonite, stuff like that. There's some other stuff that's there. Alright, so now that this is on the ground and it's safe, let me go ahead and tab over. I will grab an internet browser here. So for all of you that are curious about anything that has to do with mining, this is the single best guide that I have found, regardless of what you are trying to do with this. So take a look. It's called Space for Games, and it's Star Citizen Mining. Okay? When you start to scroll down through this, it's going to tell you about 3.9's mining. Okay? What to do in first-person mining, where to go, what to buy. It gives you strategies, tips, and tricks. Mining ships for 3 players with the Argo Mole goes into a bunch of different things about how to run surface scans. And it just goes through every aspect that you could possibly think of mining, except here in the middle there is a little bit of a resource list for ships, and it goes through and it'll tell you what the average resale price is for tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. The only difference that I say from this is still ignore your tier 3. Okay? The only way I ever take a tier 3 is if it's a additional percentage that's sitting on a broken down chunk. Okay? But that's it. Other than that, I usually try and stick with what they recommend here from tier 1 and what they recommend from tier 2. I do like to pick on rocks that are at least 5% or greater from tier 1. But that's just me. You'll still make good money and have good rock selection if you do what it says here. So again, Space for Games, Star Citizen Mining. One of the best guides that I have personally found. Now, outside of that, once you go through the guide, you know, watch a couple quick videos and you'll see it. You know, I mean, I'm still a huge Go Mine at Gila fan because it's always been good to me. Other people have struggled with it. A lot of people will tell you that it's good, and it does get oversaturated with miners. But it is what it is. Alright, so just on the off chance, Chad, that this is still flowing that way, I think I am going to go ahead and grab a second cat real quick.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide whether to hit Besdick or Lathan.
I hit Lathan up pretty hard, so I don't know. I don't want to steer you one way or the other because I don't know how much quantity is sitting there right now.
I think I'm going to hit up Besdick just to see.
Alright, you can always fly over to Latham if you want. And you did not make it on my server, right?
I did not.
Okay. Yeah, Robert, generally speaking, it is primarily luck. Oops, gotta move that back up. Um, so, it is, there's some ways to spot rocks off in a distance that make things easier, but generally speaking, the spawn is pretty much just luck. Connor, hey, welcome. I don't know, I don't recognize to see if you have been on stream before. The name's not popping out on me, but welcome to stream. And yes, I am a Star Wars fan. I am a huge Star Wars fan, and we were playing that way. We had the Star Citizen down, but as soon as Star Citizen came back up, I quickly ran back over to my Star Citizen. Just unfortunately, I can't change the title midstream. As a matter of fact, I'm such a huge Star Wars nerd and fan that every once a month I get together with a bunch of my guys from the channel, Tabletop Nerdcast, and I GM a Star Wars game, so an RPG. And with any luck, full disclosure, we've been having some scheduling problems the last few weeks. Tomorrow night is our Star Wars night. Yeah, X, I can do that, but I've never been able to successfully do it while it's live and midstream. I know that there are ways that you can go in and edit it, but for whatever reason, my Streamlabs doesn't like it. And it's probably because I'm broadcasting back through Restream, so that I can multi-stream. And the last thing I want is more technical difficulties, X. I think we've had enough of those for the last couple of days.
Landing gear.
Is that Ariel?
Yeah, Ariel was just above.
Let's see. Ooh, I just caught some wind. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So let's get this big old girl out of atmosphere and let's head back over. Sometime for me at Port Olisar, sell my load twice, but only if Quantanium on board. Robert, I experienced that the other day. It did let me sell it twice. It was rather weird. I don't know, what happened with that particular bug. It's not one that I reported, but thank you for reminding me, because that is one I do need to turn back in as well. No, Connor, this is not Star Wars. This is Star Citizen. The Star Wars game that I was playing earlier, Empires at War, was while this server was down. This is an online MMO that's kind of in alpha test right now. So this is one that really is what is kind of the crux of the stream channel right now. Star Wars is kind of a fallback for me when this is not available. Like, hold on. I'll go into a third-person view here and show you what this is. So, it's a flight simulator that has the ability for, not only combat, but trading, which is what I enjoy doing. It's an open world exploration kind of game. There is first person shooter aspects to it. There are missions and deliveries outside of the cargo and freight. There's just a bunch of different stuff that you can do through this game. So, and you'll see a bunch of people that are on and probably chatting here and there, but it's a pretty broad, pretty nice community that's all supporting a crowdsourced and um, I'm going to say it's crowd-funded is the best way to put it. Open world MMO. Sorry, just checking some stuff here.
All right.
And
So the
if you
basic terminal.
and if you feel free, I mean, if you're curious about it and you want, I pretty much stream dang near every day except for Sunday. So feel free to stop by at any point in time if you're just curious about it and want to check it out. Yeah, Jelly, you running into problems? That damn dog's outside. He's gonna wake my wife up. So yeah, we've got Floyd's body is here, and they're doing the burial in one of my wife's service areas as an EMT, and so she was on really late last night, or she was up really late last night with a bunch of different calls. So unfortunately, yeah, she's down trying to get some rest.
I think my server's 30K.
Well, that's not cool.
I can't get out of this airlock. There we go. 30,012.
And you're not on my server, so okay.
Nope.
All right. So, yeah, that just happened again. I would be lying to you right now if I didn't say I wasn't scared. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I do believe that in these two ships, this is the single largest trade I have ever done, value-wise. Yeah, War Medic, same thing, full load.
You're able to fill up? Oh,
Yep. So officially, right now, between these two caterpillars, this is the largest trade that I have ever done. Of course, can't sit there, but I can sit there. Well, it wouldn't even let me sit there. Alright. So we're going to find another jump point. What can we get to? I don't know why it wouldn't let me set. Take a look. It's right there. Alright, whatever.
yeah, Laranite's flowing and I can't get any. Yep.
Dude, it's all good. You know I share funds. if it's luckily enough happening for me, then it's also luckily enough happening for you.
Yeah, but
I know. I know what you're saying. You'd like to get in on the action. Keep in mind, there is going to come a day, Chad, when it's like, I'm just going to have nothing but non-stop constant losses, and you're going to be the one racking up the wins. Robert, I do not play Elite. I never even bothered to try and get into the game. I know there's a lot of people that do play Elite Dangerous and that they really, really love it. But on the flip side, I've also seen a lot of people running away from Elite Dangerous because of Star Citizen. So I'm kind of sticking to one for right now, which is Star Citizen. That doesn't mean that I
they're
might
only
not
buying
ever check
it
it.
at 28.
What's up, Chad? I didn't hear you. Your microphone broke out, dude.
War Medic says Lorville's
Oh.
buying Laranite at 28.83.
So if that's the case, and what may be causing part of that is it may be the Carracks again, because a lot of Carracks, the free ship for the month, a lot of people are running Carracks and doing a lot of trading that they normally don't have access to. So if that's the case, I'm not going to fill up number 3. I'll run over there and check out what I would get for it profit-wise, but I'm not going to fill up Caterpillar number 3, because I'm going to wait and have that cargo sitting here for that price to hit 30 or 31 again. That way, I'm just holding my own commodity. Yeah, X, I bought it last night. I bought a third cat. Now, if that one bugs out and I get a duplicate copy like I've been getting on some of this other ships and stuff, then that'll put me at 4 cats. And I know I know a lot of people are always going to say, you know, you can only fly one at a time. But again, just like you're seeing right here, where it only takes me about 10 minutes to get a ship, get over there, and then get back again, I don't have to run in to sell anything. I can just do that 4 times in a row and then go make a massive sale. And then if pilots are available, then I can just start the whole daisy chain effect with a bunch of pilots. Oh, it's getting choppy. I'm not going to land pretty, guys. I'm going to take it in. The server's starting to chop out. I want to put it on the ground. There it is. Cat safe. So yeah, X, I get off here, and my stream time actually ends in about a minute, because there's other things that I have to knock out for the day. However, Chad is on, and he'll be on. He has multiple caterpillars, and I'm sure right now he could use the additional pilots in order to be able to help farm some stuff up. And you know, he's like me; he likes to pay his pilots, and he can get you into Discord, or you can use the Discord link on Twitch, and if you're not already there, and then hop into a channel with him. Now, for Friday, let's just put it out there. How about this? On Friday, for everybody that's on, I know that we are going to be doing our ship giveaway, but for everybody that's on, that's in, you know, I've got my 3 cats, Chad has 2, so if we can get everybody together, we can maybe pull off a 5-cat trade, and just even doing some simple stuff. And then see if we can capture that on stream. Because that'd be what, like almost 2,800 units of 2,800 SCU in a single trade run. We'd probably wipe out a terminal in 1 or 2 runs. So maybe the diamond and gold run, and try that one as a group. Y'all let me know in the comments or in chat if you'd be willing to do that on Friday. And then that way we can do that run a couple of times, and then have our giveaway near the end. Because if that's the case, then I'll get on a little bit.
Hailing frequency?
Then I'll get on a little bit earlier on Friday. Alright, Dragon. Glad to have you with us. See you later, dude. But on Friday, if we do that, then I'll get on a little bit early, and I'll send out invites, get some people together, and we'll get the fleet already kind of pre-prepared before we launch the stream.
Power on.
And as usual, when I do take the stream down, guys, what I will do is, for everybody that's over in Twitch, we're going to go ahead and raid into Bog's channel again. You know, he usually runs for another couple hours. Jelly, I would be more than happy to have some protection flying around for us if we've got that many caterpillars and that much invested in one shot. Stream stickers. Love it. Thank you, dude. Panic sticker, huh? Okay, what is this? Oh. Wow. Alright, so a lot of Twitch streamers right now are getting hit up with copyright claims. I don't know what's happening, but it's actually, I just got an email saying, and it's not me right now, fortunately, but it seems like Twitch is sending out some newsletters to everybody about how many copyright claims are getting hit. Yeah, Chad is Khakis, but in game, his name is, if you're trying to friend him, the Cactus. And guys, also I am working to get a couple of like free channels set up within my Discord for people to be able to use. So if you are able to get into the Discord, there will be some Star Citizen channels that will be set up here shortly for everybody to, if you have your own little group running and you just need a Discord to work with, okay? You just have people come to the Twitch channel, go down to the panel, and it'll let them into the Discord server itself. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. So it is $28.83. So I'm not going to sell this for anything less than $30. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and bank these. And, you know, we'll pick back up with the basic trading tomorrow. And, you know, it is what it is. So, guys, I'll tell you what, we are just a little bit past our 12 o'clock normal stop time. So for those of you that are on Twitch, I'm going to raid us over into Bagonis' channel so you can continue with some more Star Citizen tomfoolery from his end. And I appreciate y'all for being here. For those that are over on YouTube, you know, we'll see you again tomorrow, and keep on adventuring.